Hi, my name is Karishma. So, we all have bad habits, but the most important part is realizing what those bad habits are and breaking away from that and replacing them with good habits. Obviously, that's easier said than done. I know that's something that I'm doing a lot in various aspects of my life, trying to find those bad patterns and trying to replace them with better habits. So I know for me, one of them, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate, is that I don't go to bed exactly when I feel tired. Like I will still be texting or I'll still be watching Netflix on my laptop, and by the time I go to bed, it'll be 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And let's say you have like a 9 a.m. meeting the next day, it can be very difficult to try to make it to that meeting, sit through the meeting, and pay attention. There are certain days where I really have to present the best version of myself, and those days I'm pretty good about planning out and giving myself the amount of time I need to get ready. So I pretty much have to do full glam makeup on those days, and those are days where I need half an hour on makeup. But for the days where I just have a morning meeting and I just have to look good for the rest of the workday in the office and I'm not really going outside and interacting with people, I honestly just want something really quick that I can get done and not feel rushed going to work, but still present a very natural look and just have a little bit more confidence. So for those days, I have crafted a kind of 10-minute makeup tutorial, and I think this is something that can really help a lot of you out there that have those 9 to 5 jobs where maybe you don't need to look full glam, but you just want a little bit of something to make you just feel a little bit more confidence, just so that you as a woman in the workplace have just that little bit more confidence to be able to speak up at that meeting and make your voice be heard. So without further ado, let's begin. I used to have really problematic skin, and I'm not gonna lie if I say like it's perfect now, but what has really helped clear my skin out a lot is taking 10 minutes out of my time for skincare. And I know you're thinking like, oh my gosh, 10 minutes for skincare, 10 minutes for makeup, what if I'm running late? But I do think makeup you can kind of skip out on, or you can take out certain elements of makeup that you deem are not necessary, but skincare is something that you really want to invest your time in. It's a lot more difficult trying to cover any problems than trying to actually fix the problems with solutions. So I begin every morning cleansing my face. I tone my face, I put a serum on my face, and then I put my sunscreen. And I also put an eye cream. It sounds like a lot, but honestly, once you get into the routine, it's just like very quick. Honestly, I probably take as much time as I do brushing my teeth. Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I do take quite a bit of time brushing my teeth and trying to get all my spots. And don't forget that tongue either. Okay, so to begin, I have all my skincare done. I am going to put this Olay eye cream, and it has a touch of Max Factor concealer. So it's really interesting. It's a tinted eye cream. It's really interesting. I got it when I was on my way to India and we had a layover in Dubai. So you just need a little bit. I think this might be quite a bit. Let's see. And this is apparently shade matching. So it kind of adjusts to your skin tone color. Yeah, I went a little heavy-handed. Sometimes I can't control how much comes out of a tube. But you just need to smell this little drop. And I know it looks a little light on me, but it does take a little bit of time to adjust. I know even though it says it has a touch of Max Factor concealer, it's not the most concealing. I wouldn't say it's a replacement for a concealer, but those days that you just need a little bit of something, like you just don't want it to look like you had 4 to 5 hours of sleep, I think this is kind of a really good solution. It definitely, just putting it on, made my eyes look more awake, and as you can tell, it adjusted better to my shade. So now I'm taking the MAC Mineralize loose foundation powder, and I already have some kind of here, and I'm taking my BareMinerals Flawless face brush. I would say it's like hydrating, but at the same time, my skin, it doesn't feel like the powder is taking away from my skin. I still feel pretty moisturized from my routine before. And that's why I say it's important to invest a little bit of time in your skincare so you don't have those dry patches. And now I'm just gonna go underneath my eye with the powder. And now I'm taking the BareMinerals Soft Focus True and just using it kind of like a sheer wash of color on my cheeks, like a slight blush. I sweep it up to my temples. I think that just creates a lifted look. Now, I'm going to take the BareMinerals. I'm going to take the BareMinerals Eye Color in Peach Surprise, and this is a gorgeous light iridescent peach. I'm doing the whole swirl, tap, and buff thing. And usually I prefer to use multiple eyeshadow colors to create depth, and I just prefer kind of a smoky look with my dark eyes. But you know, when you're in a rush and you just want a little something, I think this really perks my eye up a little. Just something light underneath, or just a little something light over my eyes. So I think it's important. So I think other than brightening under your eyes, it kind of helps to have like an eyeshadow that kind of brightens it up too. Okay, and now I'm going with one of my holy grail eyeliners from the drugstore. It's the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus in Black Onyx. This is just a great, really quick eyeliner. So I do have quite a bit of bad habits I'm trying to break. I have always been super fit, but during my master's, which I finished in January, during that last semester, because I was good until that last semester, I just really let myself go. I was working on my thesis, so I was ordering a lot of takeout, and I just wasn't going to the gym. I just was not motivated. And I gained quite a bit, and you could tell, you know, I couldn't tell at first, but I started wearing the dresses that I really liked for formal occasions, and I saw I was just not fitting the way it used to fit, and I was just not looking as, you know, I wasn't looking my best that I have previously in the past wearing those same clothes. And then you know, it took me a bit of time to kind of accept that and realize that I need to improve my situation. So I've been working out 3 to 4 times a week, introducing a lot of strength training to work my muscles, which is something I never really paid too much attention to in the past. I am a dancer, so I was engaging my muscles in the past, but I've just not been dancing in a while. So I go to the YMCA and I do the workout classes there, things like hip hop and aerobic related classes where we use the bands and we use the mat to do floor exercises. So it's really been helping, and I've been working on my nutrition, which is a little bit harder, but just things like cutting sugar out of my coffee. So like I'll add milk or soy milk to my coffee and that's it. Like I won't add sugar, and it's been tough. There are a few times that I reverted back and ordered a mocha or something, but honestly it's just made a world of a difference, and I lost 10 pounds, and I'm just trying to get into better shape at this point. I'm really happy with myself, and that made me realize that no matter what shortcomings I have, that anything is possible. You can always, you know, you can really surprise yourself if you put your mind to it. And you can do things that you never once imagined. Your mind is honestly It can be your best friend or it can be your greatest enemy, and you just have to think positively and let it be your best friend. So now I'm going in with the Neutrogena Healthy Volume Waterproof Mascara. And this is actually a super big wand, or super big brush on the wand. I'm just doing one coat on each eye, nothing too fancy. Oh, I forgot to do the lashes underneath my eye. Okay. So I'm finally starting to break that habit, and right now I am writing something positive that happened to me every day in my journal, and then I write something and then every week I go in my journal, and this is kind of a holistic health practice, so I talk about the positives and negatives that happened in love, in work, in family, in money, and in my health. And that really kind of helps put into perspective, am I hitting my goals correctly? How can I go even beyond my goals? Am I realizing problems that I didn't really realize before, that kind of thing? Next to final step, I'm gonna go into this kind of peach lip color. And it's one of those like kind of green lipsticks that turn pink. And this is one of those that has a delayed pinkening effect. And now I'm gonna take my Evian facial spray. It's just Evian water that sprays out. I know it sounds kind of stupid and bougie, but I don't know, it just kind of helps take down some of the powder, reduce any cakiness. And this is the completed look. And honestly, for the days that you are rushing to work, if you are someone that needs to wear corrective lenses, I like to wear contacts, but honestly, investing in a nice frames that really highlight your eyes can just make a world of a difference and make you feel a little bit more confident wearing glasses and going to meetings, and that can reduce your time as well. I know for me, contacts can be a little time consuming if I've not had sleep and my eyes are dry.